switching away. Sauce. Impulse Melkor's here, and I'm really excited to spend this switching hours with you. As you can see, I'm ready for wars. Yes. So you can know what that means. What's going to be making great wars on the poses, and we're going to be scalping them all. That's right, we are here to talk about one of the most brutal black metal bands of the year of all, Father Lucifer 2022, and that is, you've guessed it, Blackbraid's first album's Blackbraid 1. So let's go ahead and get this beautiful Venus out of its protective sleeves. So let me see. Now you can see it, look, it's got like some indigo on it, you know. Isn't it brutal? You see it, and it sounds, because Melkor is so much more black metals than all of you. That's right, I know the band, cause I know some, cause the singers has met the emperors, and the emperor has met the witch hawks. So let's go ahead and open this up and look at the beautiful pictures of the canoes. Cause I know some people don't understand canoeing like the Melkor does, but us canoes here at the lagoons a lot, and I smoke peyotes and I speak to the waters and the fires. So I know it's kind of confusing, but the fires are in the waters. So there's other things that looks like Gill-boys that try to reach up to me, and I start tripping out and get scared, and then I wake up and that's the bonfires, as there's a bunch of chieftains around, as we do more peyotes and we listen to the black blades, and it's great because it's totally brutal and I see Titans, and it's pretty awesome. So here's the backs of the covers, yes. So that's crescent moons. But yeah, just so you can get more jealous again. So I know the bands, so we hang out all the time, so don't worry. But let's go ahead and look at the actual records. They are so red. It's beautiful threads, look at it. Can you see it? Can you see how it has like the blackened marbles? And all that is so beautiful. It's a beautiful record. It's so beautiful. I don't even know what to say. Most of the times that I say it, you know, it's because it's just so gorgeous. But anyways, hang on. Just gonna put these back in here. Just Melkor, show you one more thing, okay? And that's this piece of art here. It's got like feathers and the signs. It's a little art there. And then here we have the most brutal black metal singers of the modern times, and as I say, it's the witch hawks, right? But it really goes by Shaga Gashasola. Look serious, isn't it brutals? That's it, brutals. It's got great corpse paints. I know, so do I. It's great. It looks really good. Anyways, so this album has, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 songs, right? So 6 songs of brutalities, but looking to spend about 35 minutes of your times with this great band. It's great band songs. So first song is called The River of Time Flows Through Me, and as the creek flows softly by, as Khan Dagas, pretty sure that's how you say it, you know. Melkor's really good at readings. And as Barefoot Ghost Dance on Blood-Soaked Soils songs, totally brutal. It's about genocides, curse. I can't recommend the song enough, it's really good. So is all the songs are really. There's 0 skips for these albums as well. So then we finish up the album with the final 2 songs, and that's Warm Wind Whispering Softly Through Hemlock at Dusk and Prying Open the Jaws of Eternity. So it's beautiful albums full of beautiful indigenous peoples' cultures, Native American musics, mixed scenes with the brutalness of the black metal scenes. So I know a lot of you are probably like emperors, wizards, you're so wise and so smart and never wrong. So we're gonna be honest with you and say that we're posers and we don't know who this band is. Well, I know. That's why I'm here to teach you how to put on your war paints and smoke peyotes and listen to Blackbraid, guys. So first of all, there's bands that are from New York, guys, and they were basically formed in the year 2022, right? There's a black metal project that really originated from the arid Dornbach's Mountains in New York. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And it was basically a solo project by John Krieger, and he is known by his pseudonym Shigagawa as a Mohawk name, meaning the witch hawk, right? And as we have said, they are formed in 2022 and was kind of positioned as top subs within the growing indigenous black metal scene that's arising in this country. So some commentators have doubted on the strength of Krieger's ties to the Mohawk tribe as the source of his stage names, right? So he has confirmed his Native American roots, right? Krieger was by that point a lifelong musician and had previously been involved formally with fringe projects, but Blackbraid is his first solo project, right? And so what's a great first solo project it is, because there are some that are truly brutal and have talent, and this is Krieger's, otherwise the witch hawk, right? So the first single released under the Blackbraid name was Barefoot Ghost Dance Over Blood-Soaked Soils. Beautiful songs, it's really great, right? And I can't stress to you enough what is a great album this is. Guys, we're gonna go and talk a little bit more about the history of the bands, right? But I have to say, if you've never really heard this band before, give them a shot. So the Emperors, I'm very brutal, and I know black metal bands, and they know me, and as at shows, right? And then Blackbraid comes on, blew my mind, right? Melted. Actually, they're so brutal, it melted off my corpse paints, right? And I was like, I've never heard any black metals like this before. It was remarkable. It reminded me of early Mayhems, right? And some Immortals and some Bathories, and what's the Satyrians or Saturans or whatever, I don't know, I can't read. So that band was really good, and you could hear the influences on the witch hawks, the Blackbraid bands. Their performance when they're dancing on the stage like indigenous peoples and doing cool little rituals on stage and playing the most beautiful music ever made Melkors and instant fans. So after they played, I went out and I hung out with them, we spoke, and they were very brutal. They signed my records, as you could see, and I believe the drummers were so excited to be in front of the Emperor that he signed it twice. But they're all really great dudes and great musicians, and you should go see them live if you have the chance, because it's actually them blessing you, and you're no longer posers if you've seen them live, right? So anyways, the first album, basically, as we have said, it's called Blackbraid Ones, right? And it was released in August of the year 2022, because Shago Gowash, right, as a multi-instrumentalist, wrote and performs the entire album apart from the drums, which were played by his friend Neil Schneider, right? And the cover art was created by Adrian Baxter, right? And the album merged conventional black metal with elements of traditional indigenous music, such as the Native American flute with acoustic interludes. The album was released to general critical acclaim, featuring on Rolling Stone's Best Metal Albums of 2022, right? And Metal in Jackson's list of Best Underground Metal Albums of 2022 and Decibel's top 40 albums of 2022 list. Because as following its independent release on Bandcamp, it was named one of the site's best metal releases for August of 2022. Because the album is 10s out of 10s, 0 skips. Listen to this record all the time. So guys, it's so good. I cannot stress enough how great it is, right? So go on a little bit more on like the history of bands and some controversies and what other people are saying, right? Okay, so essentially here, let's see here. So Krieger assembled a backing band for live performances, and Blackbraid embarked on its first tour in spring 2023 as a part of the Decibel magazine tour presented by Metal Blade Records with Dark Funerals, Cattle Decapitation, and 200 Stab Wounds. Melkor was at those shows. After performing and headlining show at the Midgard Blood Festival in Norway in August 2023, Blackbraid was reportedly asked to leave the festivals due to excessive alcoholic intoxication, spitting at a security guard and generally causing a disturbance. Krieger alleged racism as the reason for the band's removals, but later admitted that the situation was handled poorly on all sides. So, I don't know, it kind of sounds like they couldn't handle you, witch hunks, so don't apologize to these assholes. Guys, there's nothing wrong with having a few drinks here or there. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a drink here. Oh, it's really good. It tastes like apples. It's apple juice. So I bet Gill-boy will be mad that he can't review this. I'll review it. It tastes like shit. So anyways, back to Blackbraid, right? So Krieger cited that the second Blackbraid album would incorporate more native instrumentation, and Blackbraid 2 was released in July of 2023. However, he further said and develops the project sounds on the third album, combining Native American instrumentations with alterings, heavies, and atmospheric moods, right? The sounds was continuing lyrical focus on Native American history. Blackbraid 3 was released in August of 2025, last year, right? So that's kind of like the histories of the bands. So I have to say, those you should definitely start with these albums, right? And, you know, then listen to the second and third albums as well. So as Melkor was saying, basically, is the influence, you can definitely hear the batteries. Mayhems, Raz, Immortals, a little bit Opeths, Kaz, and Gorgoroth, and Cedric's Rat, and all that kind of spans like Wolves in the Throne Room. Saw's lyrically Cradle deals primarily with the themes of Native American history and connection to nature, right? So Blackbraid 1 contains lyrics referring to the genocides of indigenous people, and the track Barefoot Ghost stands on blood-soaked soils. Krieger said this song is about the suffering and genocide of my peoples all across these continents and our resistance to it. I think in my head I was loosely writing about the Wounded Knee massacres when I started, but it quickly evolved into something much broader. It is definitely a war song, so it's a great song. It's brutal. So the single's cover art features, like I said, American photographer Edward Coors, 1908 photo, sun, dance, pledges, you know, Kayanas or whatever, yeah. However, Krieger has also been clear that Blackbraid is primarily, right, he's like, you know, it's more of like an emotional outlet for him, and he's quoted saying, I think music can be a powerful weapon, no matter how it is used. Obviously, I would like to see strides towards decolonizations made, but when it comes to Blackbraid, the project is largely just an outlet for my own emotions and is not politically oriented whatsoever. As Krieger has stated that Blackbraid's lyrics are anti-Christians in nature, that's good, but also not really about Satan. So, you can see this is kind of some problems, because so you get some good bands, right, in the black metal scenes, and they say that they're black metals, but then you listen to their songs, and sometimes they're not black metal, because they're not singing about Satans, and clearly this guy is confused, because he doesn't want to eat at McDonald's anymore, so he doesn't want it to exist, so fucks him. So Krieger views Blackbraid as a project that can help listeners reconnect with nature, and helps him explore his own relationship with nature. So, for some indigenous peoples, they think nature is ours, but I think it belongs to everyone's. So, indigenous Americans really do seem to be more connected with it, and it doesn't take much to enjoy nature. You'll just need to open your eyes. You're already connected, you're just actively ignoring that connections. I think with Blackbraid, that's really what I want the music to do. I don't really need to educate people because they already know it's there. They've just forgotten, and I want Blackbraid to kind of reawaken things they may not think about every day. So, you know, I just have to say this album is really brutal, but that's kind of the most pushiest shit I've ever read, I think, so far in the reviews, because we should actually fucks natures, we should burn it to the fucking grounds, and reduce it to ash, because natures is for pussies. So it's not really metals to like natures, that's more for fucking hippies and posers, so and people who like to go on Reddit and be offended on other people's behalves and wear their shitty fucking fedoras, black metal is about Satans, and it's about burning creations, because God is the one's created for fucks hymns, because you see God's in creations, therefore you burn it to the fucking grounds. So he's poser bitch, probably is an industry plant, because there's only been around for like 2 years, and now there's the biggest things in black metals, and they don't even think about Satans, okay? Alright, like, elsewhere we're anti-Christians, so is Lady Gaga's. So is Taylor Swift, they eat children's like Melkor, but they're too afraid to worship Satan truly and make black metal, so they make shitty pop music, right? So yours makes black metal music, but yours are like pop stars, okay? So it's a little confusing, but don't be distracted by poser statements, because sometimes, you know, you gotta want to invite poses into your communities, right? So that way, so you're like, oh yes, there's like nature, but fuck nature, we burn it down, right? So see, it's kind of confusing, I know, it's a little bipolar, but anyways, it's a great album. 10 out of 10s, and this remembers, you know, fucks everyone. Who cares? Don't have any tolerance for anyone's. In fact, fucks everyone's, especially the fucking indigenous peoples, fucks them, you know. Who cares? Be offensive, be evil, kills peoples, genocides goods, because that's where Lucifer is. So anyways, I hope you all have a horrible days and want to end up putting a gun to your temples and pull the triggers, and that way you can be one with nature. So go fuck yourselves.